Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today we are replacing here this thermostat. The symptom is the temperature does not rise fast enough and it does not reach and lock onto the service temperature of working of the engine. So the whole thermostat assembly has to go, and it's very easy to do on these 16 valve engines. About the cooling system, about the coolant itself, I already have a very thorough video how to replace the coolant of any car, because for example on this case we are to replace the type of antifreeze that the car has, so we have to do a cleaning and then do the final product, the final coolant onto the system. But let's start here with the thermostat itself. Just want to disengage all of the hoses and then take out the two bolts that it has, securing it to the side of the head. Having this clamp tells me that this is the original from factory thermostat. It will be assembled a universal type clamp, a worm type clamp. For this part of the job over here, there are some screwdrivers, not a screwdriver, but a wrench that has a hook that allows me to put the hook underneath the hose and in that way break it loose, but I do not have it. Along the way, try to take out all of the coolant out of every crevice, including the hoses that go to the heater core. Those hoses that I put the bracket on, the bracket that was missing on the video for the gearbox. When taking out the clamps and putting back in, make sure that the worm part of the clamp does not touch any other hose, because if it does, it can rupture the hose over time. So here you have the hose that goes to the heater core, and you can introduce air through here to take out all of the coolant. Whoa, that's a lot. Whoa, that's a lot. So blowing out like this, the lines allows you to take out most of the coolant of this engine. Remember that these engines do not have a bottom bleed or a bottom purge for this block, the engine block itself. So you cannot take out ever all of the quantity of coolant. So what I recommend you to do, and I recommend to do on the other video too, is to put this system, the entire system, with distilled water. Run it for a bit until you have the thermostat opening and the fan kicking in at least one time. Turn it off and then take out everything again, that water we mixed with the old coolant, okay? Blow everything again very well and then put the new type of coolant. If you are not changing the type of coolant, you can just add the new coolant, regarding you take out the most that you can of the coolant that you have, the old coolant, okay? We have here a bottom bracket with a 13mm head bolt. Just take it to a side to gain access here, better access to the thermostat housing. Now there are here two more clamps. They are very difficult to remove, so I will take out the thermostat with the hoses in the attempt to remove them more easily with the thermostat in another position. So a 13 over here, just on the shoulder of the thermostat. It is the same bolt that holds, the same type of bolt that holds the heat exchanger for the EGR. Another bolt over here on the low side, and that's it. No more bolts. On the 8-valve engines, it is a little bit difficult to do, and I will do a video just for that. Break it loose. Okay, now I think I have a little bit more working area. Yeah, I do, for this little one and that one. I'll show you in a minute. Don't forget to take out the old seal. It is stuck to the head. To remove the clamps, you just use your screwdriver like I showed you on so many other videos. To put back in is another story altogether, but we'll get there, okay? The new thermostat comes with a sensor, so it is no problem if you damage it a little bit. And here you go. Here, this is the whole assembly. It is replaced just like this. And the eagle eye of you may say that this is not the thermostat that was on the thumbnail. Exactly. So the thermostat that was supplied to me, it is wrong. And I will save it for my 8-valve one. And I already ordered the correct one. This is the factory one still. Look at that. And the original brand is Behr. Behr. B-E-H-R. Made in Italy. Okay? Very nice. This is still the factory one. Really nice. Look at the condition. The internal condition is very good. Here it is, the new thermostat. And I like to put the most difficult hoses first. That are these two ones up top. Firstly, maybe put this clamp on. Try to put it in a way that is not... maybe I can reposition it in this way. I think it will not fall on anything. Be careful with the new sensor. Now this little one, the same thing. In the meantime, beware that your new gasket down here is in place and it does not move out of place. I put here just a little smidge of silicone grease to be easier to put the hoses in all the way. This one on top, it will be difficult because I do not have the proper pair of pliers. But it's something like that. Okay, sometimes at the end it have to click a little bit more. Make sure that it is all the way, it's just not centered enough. Okay, those were the most difficult ones. So now try to put the thermostat in place without any problems on the O-ring, on the seal. Put this hose back in, don't forget the clamp. Now you have the connector for the sensor. You have this lower bracket. Also here the exit hose. By the way guys, I have a video for the thermostats, how they work, why they are so crucial on the engines with DPF, for example. It is down in the description. So guys, here you have it. Everything is assembled. The cooling circuit is now heating. I already did some videos for this. What should you do when you are replacing your coolant? It is down in the description so you can see better the whole procedure. But just to remember, you want to put your coolant in, you want to open your blades, you want to see if the coolant is there on the correct markings, on the correct level, and just run the car for a bit until you notice that the thermostat is now open. When that happens, beware of the height over there on the level of the coolant, and just wait for the fan to kick in at least one time. After that, shut down the engine and let it rest, then confirm again the level of the coolant and you are ready to go. Down in the description I have a lot of videos relating cooling systems, problems and solutions, and I have other videos too for lack of power, brakes. I did there the gearbox early, for clutch systems, for the master and slave cylinders of the clutch assembly. A lot of stuff that can and will be useful for you. Also down in the description I have links for helps for the channel if you are able to do so. Okay, I'll see you next time guys. Bye.